As we all know, the theme of this conference is retro to metro. Retro means the past, metro is the future. And the next talk is an exemplary talk that talks to you about the developments in external fixation system over the last 30-40 years, starting from basic AO fixators and basic Ilizarov fixators to the modern designs of computer controlled hexapods and special computer and software controlled deformity correction and fracture management devices. And the speaker is a well-renowned foot and ankle surgeon, Dr. Kirpat or Kiran Patel. Welcome, Dr. Kirpat. Here, an exemplary speaker, Dr. Kiran Patel, a very famous, well-renowned foot and ankle surgeon, fondly known by his friends as Kirpat. He has an extensive experience in various forms of fixations, external fixations, Ilizarov in general and other fixations in particular. And today, he is going to share with us his quarter-century journey with various fixator designs. Over to Dr. Kiran Patel. Please share your screen and start your talk.
Okay. So, I myself, Dr. Kiran Patel. Okay, sir? Prakash, sir? You want full?
No, it's correct, very correct. Continue.
Okay, fine. So, myself, Dr. Kiran Patel. I did fellowship under Dr. Dror Pele, Dr. Lee Osterman, who is a hand and wrist surgeon at Philadelphia Hand Institute, and under Dr. Thomas Lee, president of America Foot and Ankle Association at OFAC, Columbus, Ohio. So what I want to now convey as far as external fixation in trauma is concerned, where we are, where we stand, and where the world is moving now, and why we are not following these footsteps. So let's start now, cutting short. So what I am going to speak on principles of newer advances in external fixation and my journey. So how optimizing unilateral fixation. As everybody know, we are still in the 1950s of AO tubular fixator. We have not moved a single inch, I will say, as far as these things are concerned. So there everybody agree, in terrible triad, you have no option. So it is a non-union infection and bone loss where internal fixation is disastrous, detrimental, and contraindicated. So this is the 4th century of, I will say 5th century of external fixation, first done in France in 1521. And what we have mental mint during residency, putting more pins, putting more things, a lot helps a lot. This is a Lilliput Jerome novel. So we have to cross the line, we have to advance, we have to leap, we have to jump from where we are standing. So I am starting my journey now. So this is basic protocol of a fracture treatment. You first recognize, classify, reduce it with any modulation adjustment in external fixation, retain, and what I want to convey is non-linear with stable allowing axial dynamization, and it should be rehab friendly. Rehab comfort should be there. So first thing is reduction. If it is less than 70% of bone contact, it is definitely going to be delayed union. And that the main pitfall in AO tubular fixator. So indications we all know, it is open periarticular, as I said, terrible triad, damage control, also pelvic injury, and in deformity science of malunion, arthrodesis, osteomyelitis, etc., etc. Advantage is it is a minimal invasive, biological friendly, flexibility, quick application, and temporizing is the best device. Disadvantages, Now we have to particularly draw this, there are disadvantages. There is distraction of the fracture site, inadequate immobilization where there is a movement at the fracture site, pin bone interface, weight bulk, refracture, and we need a biologic technique. Means during insertion, this is an insertion controllable factor, biologic technique. We know conventional Elisa Rao has already proved success, but why we are lagging? It is long learning curve. We are trying very hard as a iOS academy to spread this dictum among orthopedic surgeons. So components, I will say X-fix, pins, clamps, connecting rods, and where we are lagging is 8 degree of freedom in external fixator. That's the way we are lacking. We have only static external fixator. So see where we are. We are in the first generation of external fixator as far as our India is concerned. There is no axial dynamization, which leads to all complication. And we avoid this because of this only. Now, there is a second generation timeline, what we call it is a dynamization axial, which is procallus, which is orthopix as this. And third generation is dynamization with joint. If you want to reduce the fracture after fixation of external fixation, you should have a joint. And now latest is modulation, which is geared, which is computer oriented. So these are the fourth timeline of the frame of the external fixator. And we know Kenwright has said that axial movement is must, and 2 mm parent strain is there. So axial movement leads to prohibitant callus and strong callus. So this is axial movement, micro movement is a prime requirement of any fracture. And if we try to reduce the fracture with our external this fixator where we are existing, it will lead to this story. More and more we try to modulate, it will damage either intraosseous, this is osseous surface, or we are damaging soft tissue. So where we are, so there must be a linearity or non-linearity. Non-linearity when it is reduced on its own, it is an auto-reducting device, auto-favoring device, and it leads to compression on walking or this. So for axial dynamization, we need one translation degree of freedom. This degree of freedom I'm going to talk in a later slides. So we should have a 8 degree of freedom in external fixator to fix it properly. So Orthofix was the first who gives degree of freedom in a 3 degree freedom. Means 20 degree you can move in coronal, sagittal, or in translation, not more than that. Later on, this Dynafix has come, which has got 8 degree of freedom in external fixator. You first introduce the pin and then you can modulate it nicely. So this is EBI, Dynafix external fixator, and versus Orthofix. Orthofix has got central modulating mechanism. And these are the spare parts. I don't know why as a mechanical we are still not going for this type of fixators. And now lastly I'm talking in fourth generation, that is GAID unit, where you can modulate with a key and you can actually apply software over this modulation, and you don't need a patient interface. You don't need a compliance on a patient. So this is a basic gear unit of a newer external fixator. And these are the 8 degree of freedom it achieves. It is a telescoping, means axial. It is a revolute, means it can be coronal, it can be sagittal, and it is a rotation. So 3 degree in both the fragment, it comes to 6, and axial means 7 and 8. So this freedom is given by EBI Dynafix. So this is a fracture. See the pre-reduction, and you apply pin wherever you like. You will have a deformed external fixator with a formed bone, with an anatomically aligned bone. And these fixators joint are very strong, and it will not allow any torsional or any translatory movement among it. And same thing, it will allow compression, it will allow distraction. This is distracting device, and this is a modulating key. You can modulate it and you can translate it later on. You can angulate it later on. You can rotate it later on. Wherever you want, you think after CT scan or whatever it is there. Now, what conventional external fixator is doing is like this, where you have to frame the things and mark and this map the things and everything, you have to read it. But here, you don't have to go for anything. Yeah, you just introduce the pin perpendicular to the bone and parallel to the joint, and you will get your mechanically aligned, anatomically aligned bone. So this is a femur X-fix. Very easy, convenient, and lightweight. This is a case of another this bone model where EBI Dynafix is used. So this is EBI Dynafix. You just mark center of Cora and you do it, and you can later on gradually increment it. What external fixator in India is lacking is this gradual incremental, and that's why Eliza Rao has got edge over it. And these are the mappings. You can do it on your paper. It comes along with it, and you can do osteotomy translation along with it. So this is a case of radial head. Now, Eliza Rao is the option, good option, but it needs learning curve. It needs everything. While here, you have to just put the pins and you can rotate it. See the case of radial club hand, that is Medlock deformity. You do osteotomy and you ask the patient's relative parents to do gradually distracting along with angulation correction. All the things corrected simultaneously. You don't need have to go stage wise. So this is HTU. This is a new advance in a multi-axial Dynafix. HTO, you can manage it very well by X-Fix. See the case of HTO. You can, along with bone model, you can even translate, or you can, for this tibial slope curve, you can do everything you want to like, even after operative or patient walking stage. And now knee spanning. Eliza Rao, conventional Eliza Rao needs hinges, but it does not allow motion in a correct direction. So joint spanning fixator like this in elbow, especially in a terrible trial elbow, in ankle distraction and knee, KJD, knee joint distraction is now coming up concept in a knee osteoarthritis, and along with PFO and medial ligament release. So this is a new advance by a Synthes. It has got axial lengthening and 4 joints in each fragment. So you can move it anywhere. This is LRS, where we are at still the first LRS is available in India, but it is not advanced up to this stage. So this is a translatory, this is a swivel angulation. This is EBI Dynafix, what we talk. This is Orthofix ankle talar calcaneum adjustable hinge. Talar pin and calcaneum pin, you can adjust according to which angle you want to put it. And this is EBI Dynafix, EBI. And this is a video. See, it is a modulating device by gear device. Nowadays, computer has introduced, you put a sensor and you can remotely translate or angulate from far region. So this is a translator. So this is a translator. And this is a swivel, angulation. All I am showing external fixator, which I have shown in my slides. This is the degree of freedom.
Video not seen, Kiran.
Oh, what I have to do now?
Skip the slide, go next.
Okay, okay. So now this is a statement by Gubin, Eliza Rao Foundation. I will send video later on. You can introduce it. This is a barrier coating anti-infection. Pin cell also advances. So these are the design. Now coming to pin. Pin is a critical osseous and implant interface. You have to be in pin diameter 1/3 of the medullary canal, and if you increase by 1 mm, it is stiffer. We all know this. So these are the various pin design. You have to be very cautious in selecting pin design in metaphyseal or diaphyseal bone. And this is main concept now. 6 mm tapered conical pin is used, and it should be self-drilling and self-tapping because it has got better hold in the bone. And nowadays, blunt pin should be there so that you can reach the far cortex. And it is a self-drilling and tapping which will lead to vascularity savior. And this is pin insertion technique. We have to be very cautious in using this pin, RPM and sharp drill, 70% of the diameter should be used. Now recently, Dr. Prakash and I am trying for osseointegration, hydroxyapatite coated pins and silver pins, chlorhexidine antibiotic pins are there. Nowadays, iodine coated pin is also available in market. Now coming to Hexapod, this is what we have talked about unilateral. Now we are coming to Taylor special frame, Hexapod Advance. So this person we all know, he has got magic in his hand, and this is a Kurugan center where lions roar. And my guru, Dr. Pele, has pollination iron content. He penetrated it and spread this surface, the message. The most dangerous phrase in the language, we are still living with conventional Eliza Rao. So this is, even if Eliza Rao has alive, he would have changed the things. So most dangerous phrase, we have always done it this way, we are successful. And we all know this is a green revolution in orthopedic. Now, if we stand still, what we have used computer in 1943 or we have got hard disk in 1960, we all know 1 TB now hardly have 1 inch, and this is a ultrasonic and this radar in a mechanical radar in olden ways. Now coming to Hexapod, now after patent loss in Hexapod, there are so many Hexapods, new Hexapods are coming and in the market. So what we want to know, what we want to learn from this, okay, we don't need to have a maths as in conventional this Eliza Rao. You know, doctor, this is measurement and everything. It should be every hexapod or every external fixator should be like a hardware software in a kid's hand. So these are the map or galaxy of hexapod, 1970, 1970, 1980, and then it goes, now it has come to polyhex and 2020, and this is a computer hexapod assisted orthopedic surgery in a sky is a sun in a and galaxy. So what is TSF, Taylor special frame? It is a 2-ring 6 struts, and it is a circular frame with 6/60 degree. You enter deformity parameter, you put output, and patient will readjust according to your prescription. The basic is it should be 60-degree angle, top view, you like this. Single plane deformity, conventional, you have to, every stage wise, you have to go single plane there. You have to first correct the rotation. You have to first correct this angulation, and then you translate. But it is not possible in, it is a multi-stage procedure in this conventional Eliza Rao. While in Eliza Rao, it is simultaneous multiplane deformity with a virtual hinge, which computerized market, they mapped and guidelining you. Now you select origin and corresponding. I'm coming through this slide. So the basic principle is like a computer robotics Stuart platform in a flight simulator by pilot. Pilot has to be in this flight simulator. So as I said, single plane correction, you need different plane, the different frames. While in Hexapod, this is TSF, you don't need any single things. Will correct all your things and makes your life easy. This is seen. Video is it?
Beautiful, beautiful.
See.
Beautifully seen.
So all corrections are seen simultaneously. This is angulation frame. You don't have to do anything. You just put frame and it will correct on its own. See the angulation correction. Same thing is rotation. You don't have to use this rotation, the apparatus from Eliza Rao. You can simultaneously correct rotation along with angulation. Any rotation, clockwise or anti-clockwise. This is translation. This is headache for any Eliza Rao surgeon, even in expert hand. Translation is very difficult. Here you have to just, any angulation can be translated and mechanically aligned by your computer graphics. This is axial lengthening. It is just like Elisa Rao, but for this conventional Elisa Rao has got edge over this TSF. This is periarticular frame. You don't have to worry about your knee axis or this tibial axis. Just you put a frame and you will get it. So advantage is, as we know, it can easily rotate, angle, axial, translate, or like a rat. It can move anywhere. It is good for multiple deformity and decrease return to OR. This is the main thing. In Elisa Rao, conventionally, you have to go to OR with all the spanners and everything. Here, you just need your grip. No residual hardware is required, and it is percutaneous as easily as around. So I am not going into the differences now. It is already stated. Hinge position, you have to mark it. If you go wrong, your everything goes to wrong. Multiplanar deformities, it's very hard to correct without return to OR, and you have to go for stage wise. Here you don't have to go. And nowadays it has come with a computer, with a remote, GPS like remote. Doctor can correct any deformity on your mobile app. So this is biomechanics between special frame and Elisa Rao. And for oblique fracture, this stands very good because it compress. Conventional Elisa Rao with a straight rod will not compress the fracture. Either it will shear or slide the fracture. And there are now another joints are coming, that is ball joint, ball and socket joint, which has 3 degrees of freedom: rotation, axial, coronal, and sagittal angulation. And if you know the computer things, it is like a GPS system. Satellite provides all the coordinates where you stand, and it will guide your way. So 6 parameters, you only put it in the computer and you will get the output. So you are like in a cockpit and you are guiding your patient's deformity. This is you just have to feed patient data and you have to mark it. Just 25 degrees, 0 degree, and translates and this. You fill up the blanks and you will get this thing, which ring you are using, digital ring, and then you get a prescription. So it is like on an airport way who is guiding your flight to landed. So this Taylor special frame or any hexapod frame now has got these advantages. In trauma case, if you say it has got telescoping strut, so you reduce it, you only need one assistant who hold it and you fix it. So it is like this. This is locking sleeve, and this will, if it is not on, it will move like a telescope. So this is a graphic of strut. Nowadays, fast FX is there, and just you do this. See, you fix it and you lock it, and you are safe now. Your fracture alignment is safe now. You can nail it, you can put pins or wherever you like it. See the reduction. You can modulate your reduction like anything. So ease of application is a prime convenience, computerized, so no error on manual technique. In deformity science, it has definitely got a role. You mark it on a bone model, you learn it on a bone model, and you can apply like this. It's very easy. 2 pins you need and you put a frame. In deformity science, this is the thing. See the case, same like this. And you can gradually incremental with distraction, osteogenesis, tension, stress effect of Elisa Rao. So it's like a kid software. In foot and ankle, it has definitely edged over Elisa Rao because there are so many frames available, design of frames with same apparatus. I'm not going into detail. Equinus, you can correct like anything. This ankle fusion, you can do it in any axis you want, valgus or varus. Tibial calcanean fusion, you can do with compression. And foot TSF, as I told, there are so many types of frame. And forearm, it has also got role. It modulate as we seen in this Madelung deformity. So these are the new things in the market. Litos, it has got ball and socket joint. Now it is a computerized. Just you feed you put it on this and you will get market. This is the piano orthospin, what I call. You can increase or decrease any strut and you can correct the deformity on like a piano string on music. So DePuy has also get role. Max frame, DePuy synthesis has also introduced. And this is latest available in India. That is Ortho SUV. And these are the design of strut changing, two ball, dual vary joint, dual vary joint. So these are the things which we have to be engaged. This is computer control deformity apparatus. And this is motorized actuator. The electromotor driven fracture reduction, robot intelligent fixator. Nothing you are not doing. You put your things in the computer and computer will guide it. So this is a double stack where there is a double level deformity. You can't treat it with conventional Elizarov. But here you can use a stack frame with a virtual hinge and you can align bone, any bone like this. So it is like a aligning Pisa, Eiffel Tower. So these are the things what I want to convince. If Elizarov has done this, Dr. Pale has proceeded or advanced things in the market, like in Western country market. So the difference is only this. He is a person with a insight, maximum insight. Nobody can't be Elizarov, but anybody can be with software. You can do anything. So it is like a keyed software. You can do anything. It is stable. It is sturdy. It is a baby's work. So don't go and find the solution in the books because advances are already there along with mechanics, engineering department, computer department. It has very good role in veterinary science also. Lady fracture his bone, her bone, marriage, that's just a day before marriage and now he is attending the marriage. So you can swim around. So these are the things what I want to say. Don't stand still, cross the line, cross the barrier and you will have a new sky to fly over. Thank you, Dr. Prakash.